Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be using Carrot's pyramid to talk about the social responsibilities that Apple is practicing. Carrot's pyramid indicates that total corporate social responsibilities can be divided into four primary criteria. These four criteria fit together to form the whole of a company's social responsibilities. So let's start with economic responsibilities.
Today I'm going to talk about the economic responsibility in Carlos' pyramid of corporate social responsibility. Economic responsibility is the responsibility of a business to be profitable and can be said as the only way to survive and benefit society in long term. For Apple Inc., it produced the goods and services that was needed by the society. With the change and progress of the era, Apple Inc. was keep on improve their products and services to satisfy the demand of society. The company products and services included iPhone, iPad, iMac, iPod, Apple TV, a portfolio of consumers and professional software applications, the iOS and Mac OS X operating system, iCloud, and a range of accessories, services, and support offering. So, Apple Inc. earned their profits by providing the goods and services to the society. This is the graph of annual net income history and the growth rate for Apple Inc. from 2016 to 2020. It can be clearly seen that there is an increase in Apple net income year over year. Besides that, this diagram shows the retained earning that for the shareholders. For the employee welfare, the employee gets different amount of discount and also offer other discount for their families and friends depending on the products. Apple company allows mothers to take 4 weeks of paid leave before giving birth and 14 weeks after. Other than that, new hires get 12 days of paid off leave.
For the legal responsibility parts, Apple Company has followed the product safety law and also labor law which set by the government when operating their business. To comply with the safety product law, the Apple Company Corporation has implemented different measures to ensure that the community itself is protected from harm caused by the use of toxic. From the research, I found that Apple has updated the Apple Regulated Substances specification to strengthen supply requirement and restriction on harmful substances. Apple has started identifying and eliminating harmful substances from its product right from late 1990. In this regard that Apple is doing more than just what the law requires. Other than that, Apple Company is also doing their best to provide fair working hours, a safe worksite, and an environment free from discrimination. From the research, I found that the average working hour of the Apple Company staff is 8 hours, including 1 hour of lunch break. From this, we can see that the Apple Company is following the federal law for rest period and provide fair working hours for their workers. Next to provide a safe worksite for labor, the Apple Company has focused upon replacing harmful substances in manufacturing process chemical to keep workers in its supply chain safe. Apple has also developed a workplace diversity program which are intended to empower women alongside individuals from minority population.
Apple adopts reduce waste and recycling as part of its corporate social responsibilities. This shows that Apple is at the level of ethical responsibilities, which means that they act morally and ethically and exceed the narrow requirements of the law. In addition to reducing the use of plastic in packaging by approximately 48%, Apple also used recycled tin, aluminum, and copper in Apple products and their parts. For the latest iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro, earphones and charging adapters are not included in the smartphone box to reduce the packaging of iPhone. In addition, they also pay attention to the health and safety of their employees. Apple does not require workers to do things that are considered harmful to health or safety. Not only that, Apple has launched a group of health clinics called AC Wellness for its employees and their families to provide a unique conscious style healthcare experience for them. Most importantly, Apple provides internet training programs for new employees, the so-called Apple University, whose purpose is to inculcate employees into Apple's business culture and educate them about its histories.
Philanthropy responsibility in Carroll's CSR pyramid involves the donation of monetary, goods, or even services to the society. no doubt that Apple company is fulfilling its global philanthropic responsibility throughout its business operation by partnership with Product Red. The partnership begins since 2006, which it is a funding program to raise funds to help eliminate HIV or AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa. However, recently, Apple also funding for the COVID-19 outbreak on his own Twitter account and revealed that Apple company has donated over $220 million for the fund through the sale of product right. 100% of the fund or revenue go on the ground in sub-Saharan Africa. And according to Tim Cook, the AIDS-related deaths have fallen by more than half since 2004. This signaling everyone that the impact on the collaboration with the product rate does around the world. However, the fund does not only from the sales of the product itself, but also from the customer who choose to make payment by using Apple Pay. These are a few examples of the product. They are the iPhone cases, iPad accessories, iPhones, and Apple Watch straps. So for every the back of the iPhone have the label of product rate. It is a good indication for the Apples to the customers, which customers able to know that they are not just selling products, but also giving back to the society who are in need.
I believe that all the responsibilities have been well explained by our team members. So as a conclusion, Apple has not been gaining their success by just introducing their products and trying to maximize its profits. But on the contrary, they are practicing the Carroll's pyramids by fully following the 4 responsibilities that they should do. So from my experience, I've learned about BCG metrics during my diploma. However, it's mainly for manual engineering, but this time it's for management subject. I got to know more on how BCG metrics helps in a business rather than just how it helps in a restaurant. I got to know that this also helps us to organize a business growth rate and their market share in order to have the business to react fast enough with the industry and of course to know about their market share, whether the business is larger or smaller than their competitors, and then with that, the business can figure out what they can do to help the business gain a larger market share. Besides, it's also very useful for a business student to know that how should we use a Potter's competitive strategy to help a business to focus on its competitive advantage. I think it's a very important thing for a business to know that which strategies they should adopt, as this will be helping them to differentiate their target market. To be honest, before the class, I've always thought that having higher price products means that you are having a narrow strategies where you can only target people with high income. But after the class and after doing the assignment, I felt that even if you have high selling prices product, doesn't necessarily mean that you can only target selected people. But in order for a company to have a broad market, the company should make something that is for everyone. Just like Apple, their products are designed for everyone, and no matter how expensive their product is, there are always people trying to buy the products.
I have learned about the SC interviews in the termination topic. When I first encountered this topic, it was a very new topic for me. I'm very surprised because of the exit interview of the outgoing employees is very helpful and important to the company. This reminds me that when I leave my job last time, the human resource department asked me a lot of questions, and now I know the real purpose. After learning, I found that this topic is very important to me now and even in the future. SC interviews are very important to the companies because departing employees have a deep understanding of workplace culture, daily processes, and management solutions, so they can give the companies more detailed and constructive comments and feedback. When I leave my job in the future, I will answer the SC interviews honestly with a witty attitude, hoping to give the company some useful feedback regarding constructive criticism of work culture, development opportunities, as well as any inefficiency processes and mismanagement.
I am always fully prepared to learn new topics for MGT 1014. However, Chapter 7 organizing just leaves a big impact to me. Previously, I always assumed that all organizations implement functional approach. However, after the lessons, I've realized that there are different types of organizational structure, which is functional, divisional, and matrix. This chapter does encourage me and reminds me of the importance of organizing, not only just in management but also in my daily basis. Organizing time for revision and doing assignments are fundamental techniques for all the students, including myself. Well organized day will ensure me to fully utilize my precious time without procrastinating it to complete whatever task that needed to complete within a timeline.
For my individual reflection, I would like to talk about the SWOT analysis. In the SWOT analysis, strength and opportunity were helpful to us, however, weakness and threat were harmful. So how did they helpful and harmful? Strength is a superiority of a company that makes it special and unique rather than others. So it is important for me to learn to find out my own strengths. Opportunities is the external factors that allows a company to increase profitability. This makes me learn to grasp the opportunity but not to miss it. However, weaknesses is the defects that needs to be improved or the things that we lack of with. So we need to admit into our shortcoming and learn to overcome it. Lastly, threat is something that stops us to success. It makes me learn to keep updating the knowledge every day so as not to let others be a threat to myself.
Before I study the chapter 5, I think that the most important thing in doing business is making profit, and every worker should follow my instruction because I'm the leader. I have never considered the needs of my team member when I make decisions. However, after I study the management chapter 5, managing ethics and social responsibilities, I realized that if I want to be a good businessman or good leader, ethics is also very important. Ethics will help me to shape the decision concerning social responsibilities. This chapter teaches me that the needs of the customer and workers are also very important. I can't force my employee to do something that they doesn't want to do. I have to make a decision that which can benefit both my customer and my workers. This will help me to build stronger relationship with my workers and customer and make better decision. After I study the chapter of ethics, I have also found that every time when I make a decision, I will always consider the ethic parts. It will always remind me that as a leader, I have to communicate with my team members and satisfy their need. Chapter 5 ethic parts to really help me in real life decision making, and I think that every business company should have to consider the ethic parts before they decide every single decision.